Hi, I'm Alberto Fanjul, maintaining of Gitg. I'm here today to try to close out some of the things that we left behind before we get again into the road. We did some weeks ago. We did another release for Gitg. We are trying to get into GTK4 with our internship Google Summer of Code, but it is still something that is going back and forth with people, so let's try to take a debate on that and make another decision on it, which is, should we change the name of GT? Is there a requirement for that? People agree on the name, doesn't agree on the name, so let's talk a little bit about that. If you want to take a look into what's the debate for that, you can go into that issue. There are some debate on what we should name the application, what we should change, or what we should keep it. So if you want to jump into the conversation, please join in this issue. So the idea is that why we call that application Gitg. So this comes with the app plus G idea. The idea is that at some point back in time, the idea of saying, hey, I'm using GTK, hey, I'm using GNOME was really fancy, really great. So many people use that my app plus G means that my app is created on GNOME. So that's why the background of why we call it GT, but has another advantages. So, well, it's kind of part of that, part of other things that we will mention later. But if we look at what is happening recently, if we look at other apps, what they are doing is like, these events. What is events for? Maybe you know it, maybe not, but it's to look into PDF or so. So they change the name into papers. It's straightforward. You understand what's going on there, what is it for. So kind of give you an idea of what is the recently idea of how to name applications. If you go to the Circle apps, you see a lot of, again, straightforward names, things that go directly to what is the main thing for the application. So basically, these days, that is the idea of naming an application. So for that, what we need to see is what is Gitg really doing? What is the main purposes that Gitg has? And basically, what we do is see the history of changes that you have in a repository making in Git, and almost just create new changes for that. So it's all about how you see the modification that you do in a repository, or how you create new changes. So then probably the idea is really clear, like, hey, let's rename Gitg changes. Sorry, name is taken. There's another one that think about that, and there is a Git Mat client that names changes too. So there are other options. Well, I think about what is for people to inspect a repository, what is to understand what's going on there, which is kind of like if you think about a boat and you think about what guides you in a boat, which is this thing called binacle, which is like what gives you the direction and where is the instrument that guides you in the ocean. And there is this other concept of decklog, which is how you record the events that happens from time to time, how you make a history of what is going on in the trip that you are in the boat. So these two concepts, it's something that maybe can reflect what Gitg does. So maybe it's a concept that we can use for renaming the app. And even if you see the binacle, it's a very recognizable item. So maybe something to create an icon for that and just have a recognizable icon for Gitg. But there is another option. Just keep it. Just close the debate, just close the issue, and keep it the name. Why is that? When you interact with Git, you go to the CLI, and then you Git whatever, Git log, Git blank, Git anything. And then if you want to go GUI, then you just do Gitg. So that is really convenient for many people. So maybe we should keep it. The other thing, many people know the name, just is what it is Gitg, is GNOME Git, is the wizard we use all the time, so maybe it's that the end of the story. And even there is some catchy feelings for that, like, well, Gitg is the thing I use when I want to go visual, so why should we change it? So right now, this is our current option. Keep it, commits, another thing taken, changes taken, repositories, somebody mentioned that, but what are you doing with repositories? Binacle, as I mentioned. Bitácora, which is the Spanish name, I'm in Spanish from Binacle. Declog, which is probably something like can refer to the history of something that you are recording. So basically, that's it. We want to hear from you. Please, if you want, join to the conversation, join this issue, and allow us to do that.